on, AJ Reacts 2 family? It's your boy AJ. And today I'm gonna do things a little differently. I know I usually do movie reviews and I get really structured, and I don't know if you guys know, but I have paper that I write all the reviews on, and you can't really see it, but I have a notebook full of reviews and things that I'm gonna say. But this time I think I just might wing it. I'm gonna speak from the heart. From the heart. You know, sometimes you need to do that. So, I guess we'll start where we always do, with the story. Okay, this story was different. Without giving away too much, I feel like the story was a little complicated, a little bit too complicated for what we're used to. The villain was not very straightforward, and I don't want to give it away, like, because I pride myself on giving spoiler-free reviews, so you can go on and watch me whenever. But it might be a little bit spoilery. This review might be. The villain is introduced as a good guy in the trailer and in the movie, and everybody knows that this dude is not good. Like, he's a classic villain. I'm not gonna name any names, but if you haven't seen the trailer, I'm not gonna say anything, but like, everybody knows this dude is bad. So like, that wasn't a big reveal for us. Things that I did appreciate about the story is the dynamics between characters. We didn't really get that in Homecoming. The relationships within the high schoolers, the teachers, a lot of comic relief, and a lot of detail and character that we didn't really get in Homecoming. What else about the story? Nick Fury. Do we really need Nick Fury anymore? Like, I mean, I know he's an essential character to the MCU, whatever. I'm just like, do we really even care about him or what he does anymore? Like, he got fired from S.H.I.E.L.D. and, like, what do we really even... I don't know. Anyway, Nick Fury is not my favorite character anymore. Like, he's just kind of like a character, a side character that we don't really even really care about. But he was somehow like one of the main characters of this film. And if you have seen the end credit scene, the post credit scene, we find something out about that, and it just kind of was too much. Like, I don't, what? Nick Fury, not really Nick Fury, like, what? Anyway, I digress. So, what else about the story? The love interest, Zendaya. I don't know if this could be considered in the characters category or the actress category, actors category, but Zendaya, I really enjoyed Zendaya in this story. It's okay, so it's not a part of, it's a part of the story category, because we don't get like these strong, smart women in, like, as a girlfriend, a love interest in superhero movies that much. We don't in the past. And now they're kind of going towards, like, yeah, she figured out he was Spiderman. Yeah, she figured out that oh, spoiler, sorry. She figured out that she's smart, she can pick up on things, and she's observant, and like, she has a brain. So we don't usually get that in superhero movies. We usually get like a damsel in distress, not really contribute a lot to the story, just the love interest. So I'm glad that they did something different with that. Ned was hilarious as always. He contributed a lot of comic relief to the story. The teachers were hilarious as well. JB Smoove, I did not know JB Smoove was gonna be in this film before going into it, and I love his comedy. I think he is really hilarious, and I like JB Smoove. Let's move on to the characters. The character dynamic, like I said, the character dynamics were really cool. They focused on things that they don't usually focus on in the Spider-Man movies. They focused on friendships and kind of other high schoolers. They never really did that in the original Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and they didn't even really do that with Spider-Verse. But they did, like, they focused on a lot of the high schoolers in this film, and I really enjoyed that because he is in high school. He is a high schooler. You gotta focus on the classes and stuff like that. That's what I appreciate about Homecoming, and I appreciate it about this film. Like I said, the villain it kind of threw me for a loop, but the villain has some awesome abilities. Spoiler alert, he didn't have powers, but his mind was his greatest power. And that was really cool. I wish I would have seen more action between Mysterio and Spider-Man with Mysterio's suit. Jake Gyllenhaal's acting was so good. It was kind of like next level to me. Like, that's how I felt. I felt like Jake Gyllenhaal did such a phenomenal job at acting. I felt like it might have been a little overlooked because of everything else that was happening in the film. But man, and then Tom Holland, when he was on the ship, when he was on the plane talking to Happy, that was really good too. I felt the passion. I've never felt like a passion and a like a really strong sense of urgency from Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire gave us a little bit. That's my uncle, like that. But man, Tom Holland brought it. He was like, I can't be the next Iron Man. I'm not the next Iron Man. Like, I could feel that in him. The acting on that film was really good. Some better than others. Zendaya, she played the character phenomenally. Very good. Tom Holland, really good. Jon Favreau, I feel like, or is it Favreau? Favreau. That's a funny name anyway. No offense, of course, but Favreau. I like that name. Anyway, he did an okay job. He did a pretty good job. He's Happy Hogan. He's like in all the Iron Man movies. He's good, but he's not great. He's never been like, oh, Jon Favreau, he was really, really good. Like, he's never been that type, but he is a good character. He's always been a good character, kind of side character always. He never really been the main focus. So when they kind of brought main focus on him, I enjoyed that. Cinematography. I feel like there were some things in that film, some camera angles, the tone of the film that was pretty nice. It just wasn't, it was kind of typical. And that's how a lot of movies are, and that's how a lot of superhero movies with cinematography, they don't ever really get, they don't really ever do anything extraordinary, extravagant, because it's not really that type of movie. It's an action movie. People want straightforward. They don't want topsy-turvy camera angles and stuff, but this one was pretty good. It's what you expect, like most superhero movies. Special effects. Okay, I'm always impressed when somebody can take CGI and green screen and just like go ham on it and make it look good. Mysterio had a set of abilities that could, change reality and change things, and they did a phenomenal job with that. So I would put that in the special effects category, and they did a really good job. Spoiler alert, things were mostly projected, like on a projector, and they made them look real, and they portrayed that great. I would have to give this an 8.5 out of 10. The story was a little bit complicated. The villain was a little... I wouldn't say the writing was lazy. I would just say, like, it was peculiar. That's a good word for it. Peculiar. I don't know if I got with it all the way. This kid, he was kind of too trusting. Spider-Man was a little too trusting of somebody he just met. They kind of portrayed him as a good guy at first, and I'm like, who are you kidding? Who are you trying to kid? Like, come on, let's move on, because like the whole first like hour and a half of the film, they had him being good, and I'm like, let's get the ball rolling, you know, like that. So, but it was a really, don't get me wrong, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. The music was cool. Oh, I forgot to talk about the suits. Oh my gosh, the suits were so cool. Like the Iron Spider suit obviously is awesome, but I feel like they didn't use it the whole time because it's just kind of like a cop-out. I feel like this Iron Spider suit is too powerful. He's not quite ready for all that. They had it in Endgame and in Infinity War because they were facing a huge threat, like something way beyond him. This was kind of like his territory, so they kind of gave him something that was, they kind of made him use a suit that was suitable, no pun intended, for this kind of villain. So, J. Jonah Jameson. Woo! J.K. Simmons was back, baby. I don't know what they were trying to do with that. I wanted to stand up and clap so hard when that happened. J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. I couldn't believe my eyes. I did not expect that at all. I'm excited to see what they have in store for the next installments, because if you've seen the end of the movie, the world knows something that they're not supposed to know. It's definitely different for Spider-Man's story, and that's me not giving too much away. So if you like my movie rant, movie whatever review, smash that like button, go over, subscribe, talk to me in the comments, because I am down in there. I'm in the comments, and I'm down to talk MCU all day. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, AJ Reacts too. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.